shake off the flour as much as possible because the flour gets the oil all yucky. There we go. All right, let's just do one at a time. Okay.
So test how it goes. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so you can watch that, but this is the button. Well, for a lot of his livelihood out here, yeah, dairy cow. There was Old Colorado City. There were other homesteaders. There were other. Whereas you see most kale just looks like a little head of lettuce. Walking stick kale it looks like a small palm tree. Guy. Right here, this little yellow pod you see right here, down below me, it's working on it. Produce, we actually have white planting here. We use flood irrigation, and that would have been the oldest type of irrigation. That would have been the original irrigation.
If your farmer next to you is producing twice as fast and twice as much, you're not going to make money with it.
So there's this one just hanging out here. Do we catch it? Do we let it lie? What's going on? Cool and impressive anyway, but this is also been struck by lightning. So as we walk past it, you'll see there's like branches from this one, from great grandma here, onto those. So
Go, Sam.
Go.
This is going to be a wonderful video. This one is a gluten-free one.
Okay. Thank you.
You want to get those
You want to wipe it down?
What's that?
You want to wipe it down?
Oh, I think it's okay.
Oh, shoot. That's what's back Whatever.
But it'll still be good. I don't understand. I just like to sit and listen, like, even just not even if I'm at a hospital, like, of course, sit there and listen, but then when you're sitting at home, you're just like,
You're gonna discriminate like that, huh? That's okay, I don't text people.
So red currants.
it doesn't look like, where are the black ones? I see the trees here that say black currants.
Making some tomato sauce with this nice from the garden to the table. Let's go around the farm. See more tomatoes. Those are nice one, bright tomato.
Beans are okay, peas are not.
Interesting. Does it make a difference between if we're talking about peas versus shelling, like versus like snap peas? I wonder if snap peas are more just fibrous. Can I get a show of hands on who else is
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back again to my channel. So today I'm going to be making some veggies side for anything you might be eating, either rice, just trying to eat it by itself. Alright, so I'm going to explain to you what is on this plate. So right there, so you guys can see some eggplant, some tomato, some mushroom, beetroot, and you can see there are several type of beetroot I'm using. So I'm using just the regular one you can get at Walmart, and this one right here, the one that have like a red and a green side with some white color. So that was plucked from the garden. So this one is directly from the garden. Now you guys can see, so I got some cucumbers right here. So the main thing in time of eating, because most of the time you don't just want to eat because of the what they call the beauty, but you want to eat for the nutrition. So that's the main thing, you guys, which is what I'm trying to do, and just teach you guys ways in order to eat some healthy diet, or to switch to some sustainable diet. So from this fruit, so I add some seasoning. So the seasoning I added include some fresh ginger, rosemary, salt, and black pepper. So, and you guys can see there is some oil where I used to marinate just these veggies. So I use olive oil in order to marinate these veggies. So what I did right now, so I've already turned on my oven to bake at 375, and the oven had already been preheat. So the main thing, whenever you guys are cooking your veggies similar to this, you don't want the veggies to be dried. So that is why I preheat my oven before I even start cutting these veggies. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place these veggies inside the oven for about 2-3 minutes. Then after that, I'm going to turn off the oven and just let the heat just cook these veggies to the core. All right, guys, if you guys have any question, make sure you guys comment down below any question you guys might have. And if you guys, and also I'm going to be making some video, because I did some cooking adventure just this past week. So I'm going to be making a collaborative video for that all 1 week, so you guys can see the importance of just eating some switching to some sustainable diet. And I think in the video the video is also going to highlight how to make some Mediterranean diet, which was one of the main thing I love about this food adventure. I think I learned how to make some flip burger from just substituting just plant protein with just a little bit of animal protein and make some nice burger, which also tastes the same way as just a regular burger. But in that situation, you are only consuming less meat, so that means you are consuming less meat and focusing on a lot of plant protein, which is very ideal and very healthy in terms of just the way the plant protein, all those fiber, and getting those high protein diet, especially from their lentils, which was added to the flip burger. So I'm not going to be, the main focus of this video is not to highlight what is about to come, but just to give you an insight. So whenever you guys saw that video, so you guys can click right along and make sure you guys check this video out. But in this case, just for this diet, you guys can see how beautiful this stuff is right here. This veggies is right here. So most of the time, if you guys are just want to have some nice healthy day, just most of the time I usually add from people that eating healthy is expensive, but most of the, if you do it right, it's not really expensive. If you know where to shop for all these veggies, like shopping at your local farmers market, so you can get all this cheap and you can get some nice discount from those farmers, because most of those farmers want to sell this produce right away. They don't want to hold this, because they know if they hold this, it's going to get spoiled. So eating healthy is expensive, but it's not really expensive. The main thing is, if you know where to shop for those healthy food, then there's not going to be any problem in terms of eating healthy. So you guys can see right here, this is an healthy diet. You can add along with your rice, or you can just eat this just by itself. You guys are going to see how beautiful this vegetable is going to be when it's done in the oven. All right, guys, let's place this in the oven. You guys can see the heat is nice and blow. It's right there. Let's place it in the oven. I think we're going to do up there. So we're going to do about 2-3 minutes. Then from there, we're going to take it out. You guys are going to see how beautiful and tasty this veggies is going to be. All right, guys, the 3 minutes starts now. Perfect. All right, guys, so today I'm going to be making a nice suya. So I've already marinated my meat. So if you guys want the recipe, I used to marinate this meat. If I eat that, let's say 300, 400 subscriber, then you guys email, text me directly, or you guys comment down below for recipe. I'm going to send you guys the recipe for this suya. All right, guys. So this has been marinated for about 4 days. This is just a chicken breast. So this has been marinated for about 4 days. So I cut it up, slice it up so I can really get the juices inside, so I can get all my ingredient, my recipe in there before I marinate this. All right, guys, so what I'm going to be doing with this suya recipe, so I'm going to be frying this. I'm going to fry this for about just, let's say 60 seconds, even less than that, because I just want some crispiness on it. So I'm going to be using some crumbs. Crumbs for the chicken in order for me to fry that. Then what I'm going to do, just nice and shake up so I don't get too much. I'm just going to use my crumbs to just nice and roll over just like that. The frying is going to be very quick. It should be very quick. I don't know why I grabbed small plate. But just you guys can see, I really cut into this chicken to really make sure my recipe really get in there. Just like that. Then we're going to put it to fry. It will be very quick. All right, let me get the other one here. Just the other one as well. You guys can see I really cut into it just like a small flap, just like that. Then we're just going to get this recipe in there. Let's get more crumbs. All right, so we're going to go back to the one which is already inside the oil. So you don't want it to take too much time before you guys flip it, because this oil is already up. You're gonna do that very quickly, just like that. You're gonna let the other side get nice and crisp up. So it's just the same, just nice and get those crumbs in there. Just like that. All right. There we go. And then just continuously. So just take this nice and flip it for the 60-second duration. So the 60 seconds is over for this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm just taking it out and nice and let it rest. Just right here, because I'm going to be putting this inside the oven. So we are still waiting for the other two. Just waiting on the other two. All right. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is make my suya pepper. So what I got right here is the suya pepper. Just right here. So I'm going to be taking about just 5. 4, 5 teaspoons, just like that. I'm going to be adding a little bit of onion powder. So this is the onion powder right here. Just adding a little bit. I'm going to be adding a little bit of thyme. This is the thyme. Just add a little bit. Then I'm going to be adding just a little bit of curry powder. That's good. Then we're just going to mix it together. Just like that. Alright, so I forgot to add salt to this. So you just want to add just a little bit of salt. Just a little bit, don't want to add too much. Just like that. So then mix it together. Alright, just like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pick out the chicken. Just like that. You guys can see there's still some oil with the chicken, so I don't need to add any oil. So I'm just nice and sprinkling just with the chicken, just like that. Just like that. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing to the rest of it as well. Just nice and coat it up. Just like that. So you want to get all the chicken nice and covered with the suya pepper. So nice, and just slap it up. Then we got one more. So same process. Nice, and just, you guys can see the opening right there. Just nice and put that in there. Just like that. Just like that. And that should almost be done. So you just want to cover it as much as possible. Just get the suya pepper as much as possible. So the best thing about this, because you fry this, so after a couple of minutes, so the what they call it is going to release some oil, which is going to allow just to make this nice, to cook this well. All right, guys, so I'm going to nice and put it nice in the oven. So the oven is already warmed up. So nice and put it right there, just like that, and just cover it up. So the oven was preheated at 345. So right now this is just there at 345. So I'm just going to continue to check for about 10 minutes or so. So that should allow the chicken and the suya pepper to get into the chicken. Then I'm going to take it out, cut it up, add some onion, then it should be ready to be eaten. All right, guys, so this is ready right now. You guys can see that, nice and good. You guys can see the oil nice and soaked to the suya pepper. So what I'm going to do right now, you just grab one of it, just like that. Then we're going to do some anatomy right here. Cutting it up. You guys see it right here. All right. So holding it with my fork. Hold it right there. Just like that. Make that nice vertical cut right here. Now we're gonna place it up just in that plate. Do the same thing on that one. Then we're gonna do cut the rest of this. right here, this is the final product. Here is the final product.